Hey guys, Maddie's back again today. I'm going to be doing a tutorial on how to do this kind of a shirt. It has like the little slits that are tied. Because I know a lot of people like knowing how to do this, and I've never done one of these tutorials on my channel. So, what you'll need is an old shirt that you don't ever wear. So, like I'm taking one of my 1K shirts that I never wear anymore and taking it, and what else you'll need is a pair of scissors in your hands because you are going to be cutting the sleeves off of the, sorry about that, you're going to cut the sleeves off. So that's what we're going to start with first, is to cut off the sleeves. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. I have gone ahead and did my little slit for my sleeve. So then, you don't always have to do that, but I like to do it. It's just easier, and it's really good for summer. So the next step you're going to want to do is you're going to want to leave about maybe an inch, inch and a half. So I always rough estimate, maybe about here. So that's a good inch, inch and a half. You're going to want to cut right here and cut down the slide. Leave about right here. So that's how much you're going to cut. And so I'm going to go ahead and do that. It's just easier doing it that way rather than trying to cut it slowly and everything else. So, alright, so once you do that to both sides. You cut right here. So I left like this much. Like to my knuckle, my second knuckle. Then I slid it all the way down after that. So I didn't go all the way down, obviously. So I slid it all the way here. Your next part, you're going to want to cut these into strips. So then you can tie them like a bow tie kind of thing. Kind of like this and kind of like this. You're going to do that to both sides. Try to make sure that they're even. Once it goes through the wash, it's going to shrink a little bit because it's been opened and stuff like that. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. When I come back, it should be done. So I'm back now to do. So once you cut your slits, it'll look something sort of like this. They don't have to be exactly precise. They don't have to be exact size. So then your next thing, what you're going to do, is you're going to take, say, I'm just going to start from the bottom. It's easier that way for me. But you do whatever you want to do to make it easier for you to do it, or whatever, which ones you want to start with. Take your first two strands or whatever, which ones you want to do. Doesn't matter which side you're going to start on because it's going to come out the same. Take both of your top and your bottom, tie it like you're going to tie a bow. Oh, hold on. Got to be sure to have it even. And it's going to look, oops. You may have to rip it a little more, or cut it a little more, whatever you choose. Since my lines aren't the greatest for straighting. But I just tie it like this, and then I take, or you'll get the idea. Once you start tying it and whatnot,
it will look a lot better. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Your shirt will turn out to be looking like this, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to try and do the skin, which the bottom one. And you could go ahead and cut off the bottom slit if you want to. You don't have to. I don't, but it's what you prefer, whether you like to cut it off or whatever. But I always double knot it so it stays, that I know it's going to stay and that it won't come undone. Now with your next piece here, you got to keep it matched up, otherwise it's not going to work very well if you don't have it matched. Like I just messed up mine. Okay, so I need to do that for both of your sides. So my first one, I can do this first side. Went a little too far down. That's okay. But you're just going to want to continue tying it until you get your t-shirt done. So now your next one, you're just going to have to look and try and match it up as best as you can with your ability to do so. And sometimes it works easier just to do one side at a time, but I always do. I cut both sides and you don't have to do double the work for you to tie 'em. Tie. And you're just going to do that through the whole thing. I'm going to finish this side. And sometimes your little strands get tucked inside your shirt after you cut it. So you always got to check and see if it's pulled out or not. So I'm going to continue doing this. And this doesn't take very long. It won't be too hard. It's always fun. I know guys like just cutting their sleeves off. They don't ever have to cut the sides. This is totally up to what you prefer to do and how you want to do it. So when I return, you will see that this side will be done. Because once you start doing this, it will look, you'll sort of get the idea and you'll want to stretch it out afterwards. But that's just my 4 or 5, whatever, how many I did right here. It just looks like this. So I'll be back. So after you did your putting together your little strings, I did mine a little different because I had extra hanging down here on the bottom. So mine's kind of different than what I did before. So this is the one that I just did now. It has like the little designs along the side. And then I have this old one, which the only thing I did different is I took this and I cut it and I tied it so then it wouldn't be so weird like this. So I didn't do that to this one, but I figured why not? So there's a tutorial for the tie t-shirt, and you can search it out however you want. If you want to put writing on the back of it, whatever. It's just, it looks better, fits better, and you can always use your sleeves that you had or have, whatever. You can take them, like you can take this or whatever you want to do. You can take your sleeves, cut them, and you can make a bow out of them or whatever you want to do. So just an idea, or you can make like a headband or whatever out of it. So see you guys for my next video. Bye.